somebody here in the club that hasn't been here in person for a very long time. So please help me give a warm welcome to Dave Edelman.
The first thing I'd like to say is thanks for my still being alive. I came very close to not. And there's a prayer. This is not introducing religion into Rotary, which we don't do. Doesn't have the Lord's name in it anywhere. But I'll see it first in Hebrew. Misha Beira Kavatam, Makala Baraka, Lavoteo. Misha Beira Kavatam. Makor Baraka Lavotana. It means help us have the courage to make our lives a blessing and bless those in need of healing, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say amen. So I violated our...
We'll make it out over time, okay?
Do I have time left?
Please join me for the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And as Rotarians and everything we think, say, and do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thank you and have a great lunch. I'll see you in half an hour.
So, it looks like everyone survived flight. I'm only speaking for me, actually. Whew, it's over. No, it was a great program. How many of you guys were able to watch it? Good, thank you. Thank you very much. That's wonderful. We did really well. We don't have our final numbers yet, but we did very well, and we'll be able to give a lot to District 11 again this year. And how many of you were aware that we had some glitches during the auction? Yeah. Okay. So we use a platform for the auction called GiveSmart. And we have a GiveSmart person that's on one end, and then Jody Ritchie sits in front of the computer on the other end. And it's the person on the other end, the GiveSmart person, though, that accidentally closed a bunch of auctions all at once. So anyway, it does look like, though, we're going to be able to provide some of the people that were told, congratulations, you're the winner, and then a minute later, you got outbid, which was very frustrating, I'm sure. We're going to be able to provide some similar butterflies to those people and up our income with that a little bit. So I'm pretty excited about that. So flight is not over, I guess I should say. We still have a little ways to go. Anyway, but it was a good program, and we had amazing people there that evening. We had amazing people on the committee, and we will be spending more time on flight and going over some more details and everything at a later time, but I didn't want to ignore it today, so, because I know you're all waiting to hear, right? No, just me. But anyway, I wanted to wish a happy birthday to Tim Calling, who I don't believe, are you on the call? Tim calling? Is he on, Rodney? He is?
Hi, Tim. Everybody wants to say hi to you, buddy.
Happy birthday, Tim. Look at him. Happy birthday. Thanks for tuning in. We're glad. And then we have a couple of anniversaries, Rotary anniversaries. Let's see, we have Greg Moore, Dr. Greg Moore. He's not here today, is he? I don't think so. And he is celebrating
birthday,
30
Tim.
years in Rotary. And then we have Donna Shoemaker, who is celebrating 26 years in Rotary. So,
And then we have a couple of anniversaries, Rotary anniversaries.
it's a big deal. It really is.
let's
So
see, we have
now
Greg
I'm
Moore,
going
Dr.
to take
Greg
off
Moore.
this hat and put on my intro visitor's
and he
hat.
is celebrating
We did
30
not have a
years in
volunteer
Rotary.
this week. So
And then
anyway,
we
I
have
wanted to
Donna
first
Shoemaker,
recognize
who is celebrating
Bob and Teresa
26
Knoll. Thank you so much for
years in
visiting
Rotary.
again.
And then we have a couple of
Teresa is the president-elect at Garden of the Gods Club.
So
And Bob,
now
you
I'm
were
going to
president,
take off
weren't
this
you?
hat
Yes.
And put on my intro.
Oh,
visitor's
your PE
hat.
pass. Okay, great.
We
Oh,
did not
yes.
have a volunteer this week. So
Oh, yes, that's right. I'm
Anyway, I
sorry.
wanted to
Teresa has a
first
lot of
recognize
titles.
Bob and Teresa
Okay,
Knoll. Thank
so
you so
she's
much
the
for
new
visiting
Polio
again.
Plus director for the district, and we are so
Teresa
grateful.
is the
Thank
president-elect
you.
at Garden of the Gods Club. And Bob, you were
Does somebody want to
president.
get Bob a microphone, please?
Oh, your PE pass. Okay, great.
Do we have, okay, thank you so much, Chip. Over here at this table, Bob, you have 2 minutes. Yes. Hold it close. Mhm.
I'm back, nicely 15 gracious 4th of pictures. So I brought some more today, and they do think we have fundraisers for Rotary people of action, and it truly does. We're paying $23,000 to The Place, a youth hospital for kids. So I'll sit here till midnight tonight selling tickets. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're happy to support things with other Rotary clubs. So Teresa, if you could send me some information on that, send me the article. I will put it in our newsletter next week as well. Okay? Yeah, thank you very much. All right. Do we have any other visiting Rotarians? No others? Oh, wait. Do we have anybody on there? Well, yes, obviously we do. We have Massimo Casinelli, and he is from our Rotarian or our Italian Rotary Club, sister club, and he will be speaking a little later. Anybody else? Oh. Okay. Giuseppe?
Italian Rotary Club, sister club.
Is that how you pronounce your name?
And he,
I'm so sorry if it's not. Welcome. Okay. All right. And is that it for who's front feed? Oh, that's you. Okay. Welcome, Rodney. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Let's see. And we do have some guests today we want to welcome. We have Greg Maxwell and Jennifer right over here. Yes. Thank you guys for visiting. And thank you, Miley, for inviting them. And then we also have Jeff Schultz. Is that right? Oh, hi. Welcome. Okay, great. Thank you for visiting. And of course, we have Pam Bland. We're always so excited when Pam visits. So thank you so much. And Jan Weiland, thank you for being here as well. Thank you. And thank you also for your support. She was one of our sponsors of flight. Thank you. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. Anybody else I missed? Oh, Penny, I'm sorry. You know, I've been talking to her the whole day. Penny Whitney, who's kind of like a Rotary Ann, sort of, if you're that old and you know what that is. I read about it in the history books. Yeah, yes. Anyway, Penny Whitney, we're so grateful that you're here, so welcome. Thank you. All right. So I am looking for some volunteers. Samantha sent something out in an email about this. We are pulling the last, I think, 7 butterflies or dragonflies out of the ground at Pioneers Museum this Sunday. And it would be great to have one person that has a vehicle that can haul a butterfly to deliver it. All the deliveries are within 25 miles of Pioneers Museum. And I'm going to be delivering several myself. Cody's going to be there to help. Cody is actually going to be a huge help in helping pull them out of the ground. And then we have, let's see, Cass Daly is going to be there with her husband. And so we could use a couple of people that maybe have room in their vehicles for stakes too, because we have stakes and stands that people need to receive that didn't get them last week. So if anybody has the ability, to show up there, we're going to be meeting at Pioneers Museum at 11 a.m. And we'll just be right there in front on the west side of the building. So if you can help, please do. It's not near the amount that we're doing that you guys that showed up to help last week did. You did fabulous. So we just have, like I said, 6 or 7, and then a number of stakes and stands that need to be delivered here locally. So that is it, and I'm going to be able to give you extra time, Donna. So I want to welcome up to the podium Donna Dell'Olio, who is going to do 2 programs for us, basically. So thank you so much, Donna. I'm excited for you to introduce our guests as well. Thank you.
It's so good to see everyone. I'm so glad you're here. Our program today is about the global grant that the Rotary Club of Bajalia, Italy has obtained with our partnership, which will fund a project in Bajalia, Italy, which is in Puglia, Italy. But before we introduce our speaker, who is Massimo Cassanelli, President Kathleen has given me permission to talk about our project, our literacy project, which will be launched this month if you choose to support it. So our club doesn't just help children in Italy. We do help children in Italy and Ethiopia. You know, we help 14 girls in Ethiopia and Nicaragua. We help children in our community. And this year we're relaunching, Dick has been in charge of it in the past, relaunching a one-on-one reading program with District 11, and that is our literacy project. Our club's community service fund has given us a grant so that we can have the materials to support that project. You may know, well, you do know if you're Rotarians, that there are children in our city that need help reading. What you might not know is how easy it is and will be with this project for you to make a difference and help them. Can you put a picture of Adrian? There he is. Wayne Bland, do you know what this is? A picture of?
A picture of a second grader.
Thank you, Wayne. If you've been in our club for a while, you know that 3rd grade is the pivotal, most important, critical, absolutely for the benefit of the Italians. I don't know if they're listening, importante year for education, period. It is the year where if children learn to read, they are 4 times more likely to graduate from high school. And we know what that means. We know that if kids don't graduate from high school, they're 4 times, I think, more likely to be incarcerated. Our future sheriff is here to hear that. They're more likely to be incarcerated. Their earnings over their lifetime to support their families are reduced by something like $250,000, but the quality of their life is so reduced. If kids don't learn to read by 3rd grade, they will be left behind because they can't learn through reading if they haven't learned to read by 3rd grade. So in Rotary, we don't just talk about the importance of literacy, we act. Our club is offering you the opportunity to impact our community. Beginning later this month, in partnership with District 11, Rotarians will begin reading one-on-one with 2nd and 3rd graders in a District 11 elementary school. Many of you have read one-on-one through Rotary in the past. I see Dennis and Mike McGrath, and Dick, of course, led the program for years. If you are newer to the club or not familiar with one-on-one reading, I'll tell you what it is. A District 11 reading specialist trains us, and it doesn't take very long, maybe in hours, I recall in the past, trains us to listen to the student read and help with the words they don't know. The Rotarian comes to school once a week and reads with a child for 30 minutes. The student reads to the Rotarian. We're not teachers. We're not teaching reading. We listen to the child read. And I can tell you, I've done this when I was working, and from the time I left my desk at my office till the time I returned, it was about an hour and 15 minutes. I would say this, of all the experiences I've had it through Rotary, and really I've had some wonderful experiences, nothing compares to the experience of reading in an elementary school with a 2nd grader and getting to that sentence that he didn't or she didn't think she could read, and hearing them and experiencing the excitement. And we get pretty excited too when the kids start reading. I promise you this, if you volunteer to read, it will be the most important thing you do this year. And that $1 million that somebody's going to earn that's working here, or that great trip to Italy or somewhere else, you can do that too. But this will, promise you, will be the most important thing that you'll do, and that I think that our club will do. It was so surprising to me. I didn't know that a 2nd grader knew what day, because I haven't had one at home in a long time, knows what day of the week it is and what time of day it is. You walk up to the door of the classroom, and that kid is looking at the door. He's waiting for you. They're that excited about you coming because they know you're there just for them. We're also a little bit different than a lot of people that are around. We're old. We're older than lots of their grandparents. We're old. We're a little more formal. We're Mr. Schumacher and Mrs. Adams. So that's a little different too, and the kids really like that. And they like the formality of our visit and the fact that we're there just for them. One short story before I finish talking about one-on-one reading. A few years ago, we were reading at Taylor Elementary, and at the end of the year, the school teacher said to me, she said, Donna, I can't remember the kid's name, John, hasn't been in the principal's office since Mr. Schumacher's been reading with him. I said, what? You know, I was kind of surprised. I said, what? She goes, he was in the principal's office every day, till Mr. Schumacher came to school to read with him, and this is true. And afterwards I told Dennis this story, because it was so remarkable, and Dennis goes, oh, I thought I was just reading with him. I mean, he had no idea what impact he had on this kid. And so in the past, we've had spouses read with us. We welcome them. If you have a partner or a spouse who has a little more flexible time than you do, they are welcome to read with us. And we can incorporate you if you're a friend of Rotary attending today. We will find a way to incorporate you into the reading program. If we have 10 readers, we will have a project and we will go forward with this, because it takes a certain amount of time for the school reading teacher to invest, to organize this and set it up. We need 10 readers. Dennis and Liz are going to read. Penny Whitney's going to read with us. I am going to read, that's 4, so we only need 6 more. So I hope you'll really consider doing this, reading one-on-one with a second grader this year and helping him advance so that he can read. And just one last thing I'll say. Carol Bach and I tried to read last year virtually, and it was, you can't imagine how hard it is for the teachers to communicate with kids virtually. I mean, we saw it firsthand. We were just trying to read them stories. And it is, to think what kids, in spite of the best efforts of everyone, missed last year. So that first grader didn't get all the concepts that he needs or she needs to be in second grade. And we can help with that by reading one-on-one. So that's all I have to say about that. And now for the program. I don't know if Massimo can, we should put, if Massimo can come back up. Our speaker today is Massimo Casinelli, the president of the Rotary Club of Bajalia. There he is. Can you put up that other picture of him and his father? No, we can just put this one up for a minute. As most of you know, in 2018, our club participated in a friendship exchange with the Bajalia Rotary Club. 8 members of the Rotary Club of Bajalia visited our club, staying at our houses in Colorado Springs and experiencing American life. In November of 2018, during harvest season for the olives, 8 of us with spouses traveled to Bajalia, where the Rotary Club of Bajalia hosted us. And I just love this picture of, there's Massimo again, the other picture. I love, that's fine. But this one is Massimo, his father, and one of his brothers in the these ancient olive groves in Bajalia. And we enjoyed meeting all of them so much. This club, the Bajalia Rotary Club's enthusiasm for Rotary projects and Rotary values really has continued to inspire us. They are an enthusiastic bunch. Since visiting Bajalia, we have stayed closely in touch with our Italian friends almost daily through a WhatsApp application. And through that, we really stay in touch with what's happening in the Bajalia Club, and they also learn what we're doing. This year, the Rotary Club of Bajalia had the imaginative idea of applying for a global grant using our partnership, the partnership with our club, to leverage money from Rotary International. And they were successful in doing this. And they have offered the next time that we have a global grant to partner with us as the international partner and to contribute. Our Community Service Fund voted last week to contribute $4,200 to their project, and they have committed to do the same the next time that we have a global grant. So, Massimo is our speaker. He is not only a Rotarian, president of the Rotary Club, he is the director of one of the finest olive oil companies in Italy. He's a good friend to many of us, and we look forward to hearing you, Massimo. Thank you.
Okay, should I go?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Everybody's so happy.
Okay. Okay, so good evening, dear friends. Good evening, everybody. And thank you very much for this invitation. I'm so happy to see you again. Thank you very much, Kathleen and Donna, for inviting me. We still have so wonderful memories of our Rotary Friendship Exchange that we organized in 2018. You were so wonderful hosts, and we were so happy to follow the activities and the visits and all the things that you organized for us. And we were so happy to receive you in Bajalia in November 2018. And since then, our friendship has grown and grown so much. We keep in touch every day, and we have already done some projects together. But this year we wanted to organize a bigger project together. We are so proud, so happy to have a partnership with your club that is so historical, so important. We are just a young club. This year in June we are going to get 20 years old. So we have created this logo, 20 anni per sempre, 20 years old forever, because our wish is to be young forever. So to be beautiful, to be enthusiastic, to be open to the future, like an olive tree, the one that you see in the logo, that can produce olives also for centuries, also for thousands of years, and so remains always young. And we thought that the best way to celebrate our 20th anniversary was not only with normal celebration, not receiving a gift for our birthday, but making a gift for our community, for the people that are in need in our community. And so we asked to your club, the partnership, for starting a global grant project. We started at the end of 2020 a community needs assessment. So we met, for example, people in Caritas, that is the most important charity organization in Italy, with which we cooperate on a regular basis. Then we also met the responsible of the associations that take care of disabled people. Here you can see Pegaso, that you visited when you came here in Bajalia, and you decided immediately to support with your donation. But you know, when you organize a global grant, it's always difficult to find a project that matches perfectly all the requirements of the Rotary Foundation regulations. And so finally, we met also the responsibles of a polyclinic called the Good Samaritan, il Buon Samaritano, that offers free medical examinations to people that are in need. So to poor people, to the new poor people that are in our society, or to immigrants that have just arrived and have still no access to the public health system. This is a very good structure that is working since 5-6 years with many voluntary doctors, voluntary nurses, and also other volunteers that offer free medical examinations in different fields of the medical branches. But the most expensive clinics to create are the dentist clinic and the eye examination clinic. Last year they were able to create the dentist clinic using the equipment of a retired dentist. But there was no possibility to create an eye clinic. So this was their request. We accepted the request because it matches perfectly the requirements of the global grant regulations. And we decided to create a new eye clinic with new equipment, so with state-of-the-art equipment. This is very important because, you know, in Italy we have a very good public health system, but for certain branches it's very difficult to get public visits, public examinations, mostly for the dentist and for eye examinations. So normally you have to pay to get an eye examination. And you can imagine when you can't see very well, or when your child goes to school and he can't see very well, or he has a problem, and you don't have the money to take him to go to the doctor to get an eye examination, This can change your life, but in a bad sense. This can be really dramatic. And it's a need that there is in our population. So we already have voluntary eye doctors that are available for offering examinations. And now, next step will be ordering all the equipment, all the machines to create this new eye clinic. We presented we sent our proposal. We presented our proposal to your club that immediately accepted, and we are so thankful to you and to the whole Rotary Club of Colorado Springs. We got immediately the approval of our own district, the District 2120, and also of our sister clubs, our twin clubs, the Club Gemellati, that I want to greet because their presidents are also with us today on Zoom. So the Rotary Club of Bitonto in our district, and the Rotary Clubs of Belluno, Rovereto Vallagarina, and Venice in District 2060. Their presidents are here, so I greet them, and I'm very, very thankful to them because also they immediately accepted to support our project. So it's very, very nice to see how important is the net that we have in Rotary, and that we can always count on the support of our Rotarian friends. We sent the application to the Rotary Foundation at the end of July, and surprise, surprise, on the 8th of September, we already got the approval of our application. We were so happy because this means that the project matches perfectly all the criteria, all the requirements of the Rotary Foundation regulations, and that it is really useful for our community. So there was a long study, a long preparation, but this is helping us to realize the project very, very fast. So we hope that within the end of the year, we will be able to open this new free eye clinic in Bajalia. We are thankful also to our Rotary Club Bajalia, because they are cooperating in our global grant project. So we are anticipating the Elevate Rotary program approved by Rotary International. They will participate in all the activities of sensibilization, of informing people of this new opportunity and informing people on how important is to get eye examinations also when you can see well, because sometimes the eye diseases can be silent. So when you discover them, normally it's too late. It's very, very important to do prevention. And our Rotary actors will help us. And we are thankful also to our Rotary actors because they suggested us also the name of the project, that is Rotary Eyes. We made a brainstorming with our Rotary actors. There were many proposals, and finally our president Giovanni suggested Rotary Eyes because everybody can understand that this clinic has been created by Rotary, because eyes, of course, it's an eye clinic, but also because there is a word yes that everybody can understand in Italy, and also because yes was the reply that we received immediately from every Rotarian that with whom we have spoken. We hope that we can be able to see you again, maybe in Houston, for the Rotary International Convention in June 2022. We hope that the pandemic ends and we will be able to come. It's a good occasion to see you again because Houston is not so far from Colorado Springs, so you can come easily. And I just had like a mad idea last week, and I sent an application to the organizers of the International Convention for speaking and for telling our story during our breakout session, or maybe also during one of the general sessions. Because I think that our story, so how a global grant has generated a so strong friendship between two clubs in Italy and in the United States. And then how this friendship has generated a global grant project that has been immediately approved by the Rotary Foundation can be very inspiring also for other Rotarians to understand how important it is to seize all the opportunities that Rotary International can offer us. So I hope that in June 2022, me and you can speak together to the Rotary Convention and inspire other Rotarians. I think that only together we can do these things. And obviously now we are available. We wait also your proposal. We are available to support another project that you can suggest, that you can propose in the United States or in another area that you think. For this Rotarian year, we have created a logo for our club, for the club Rotary Club Bajalia. That is, insieme possiamo, together we can. And this logo is represented by this olive tree, but really an olive tree, because you know, in Puglia, in our region, we have 60 million olive trees. So it's really the most important tree that we have in our region. But if we see it very well, there are two trees with their roots and their branches that are intertwined, that are braided, because they are living together, they are growing together. And in this logo, there are the 5 core values of Rotary. There is diversity, it is represented by the different colors. There is integrity, that is represented by the olive tree, that is always a symbol of integrity and of peace. There is leadership, the branches that are going towards the sky, but also the roots that are in the Rotary values. There is friendship. These are this kind of human figures that are dancing together in an harmonic dance. And there is service. Service is the heart at the center of the tree. You know, a few years ago, I was hiking in Abruzzo, in central Italy, just a few weeks after a terrible earthquake that had destroyed many cities in that area. And I saw this lake called the Lago di Scanno, Scanno Lake. When you see it from a certain point, it looks like heart-shaped. It's wonderful. And I sent this picture to a Rotary International competition, and I got this picture published on the Rotarian, on a double page on the Rotarian. And this was the description. While I was looking at this lake, I thought to Rotary, because Rotary is un club dal cuore grande. Rotary is a club with a big heart, because we always try to help people who are in need. And I'm very happy that this year we are helping people that are in need together. So not Bajalia alone, not Colorado Springs alone, but together we can do something important. And I think this is the best way that we have to serve, to change lives. Because you can imagine, if someone has an eye disease and can discover it early, in time, and can cure it, and can continue to see well for his own life, then really we have changed his life. This is very, very important. So I like also very much the project that Donna was describing to help children in elementary schools. And because this year, together with our Rotary, there is a project that has been proposed by our Rotary. There is also this idea in Bajalia to help people that go to elementary school and that during the afternoon do their homeworks helped by nuns in an institute that is dedicated to children that come from families that have difficulties. So it's incredible that we have taught to the same project without speaking each other about this idea. This is the confirmation that the Rotary values are very important and lead us in our actions. So thank you very much. And now I want just to leave 5 minutes that we have, if you have any question about our project. Thank you very much. I cannot hear.
No, I didn't have a question. I just was looking for the mic. I was going to help you.
Hello, I was wondering how many cities, or is it just around one city, will the testing for vision occur? Is it all of Italy, half of Italy, just a couple towns?
There's a delay, isn't there? Is there a delay, Rodney? Oh, there isn't. Okay, good.
Did you hear my question?
No.
I'm sorry, but we cannot hear anything.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, now yes. Yes.
I was wondering, the portable vision testing, is that around one town, many towns, all of Italy?
So we have vision tests that are available. The ones that will be offered by the Good Samaritan are available not only for our own town, for Bajalia, but also for the towns that are in the area. So in 30-35 kilometers. And this opportunity will be offered also to the inhabitants of these cities.
Thank you.
Did I get your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Does anybody else have a question? It doesn't, I think we're all just so excited that you presented today. Thank you so much, Massimo. It's been wonderful having you part of our program today.
Thank you very much.
And when you come to town, we have a lovely certificate. Actually, we're going to mail the certificate to you, but when you come to town, we have a really nice glass that we'll give you, if you can hear this. Yeah, right? Yeah, with a bottle that goes with it. Okay. He doesn't look like he's hearing me, but anyway, we'll mail you a certificate. Okay, and Donna, if you'd like to come up here for a second, please. Here's your certificate and your glass. There you go. Thank you very, very much. All right. Well, I guess nobody ever complains if you let them go a little bit early. But first, I wanted to thank you. I wanted to mention that I forgot to say before is that so many of you in this room were supporters of Flight, and I just want to thank you all for that. Thank you very, very much. And have a great week.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Okay. Oh, wonderful. Thank you very much, Gordon. You're always so kind. I hope to see you in Houston again. Yeah, we hope so. Thank you very much for your help and for your support. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.